Hi everyone, Chelsea here with Healing Embodied, and today I wanted to talk about the 2 reasons that you may be experiencing anxiety in and about your relationship. And the first reason is past false beliefs that you received about relationships from your culture, from your upbringing. For example, for me, a belief about relationships that I was given from my super conservative evangelical Christian culture was that God has one person for you. There is the one out there somewhere. So when I got into my relationship with my now husband, I became obsessed with this idea and trying to figure out, is this the one? How do I know if this is the one? And it was just this endless cycle of questions and obsessions. So we may be getting these unhealthy beliefs and unrealistic beliefs about relationships from our culture, from our parents, from our friends, from the internet, from movies. We get all of these beliefs and messages about relationships that then cause us to question the validity of our own real life relationship. And the second reason why you may be experiencing anxiety in your relationship is past experiences. I went through a really hard, broken engagement. And so when I entered into the relationship with my now husband, I was so anxious. I was anxious about getting hurt again. I was anxious about not wanting to make the same mistake twice. So my brain would constantly be trying to draw similarities from my current relationship to my past relationship. And they were always a really far stretch. But my brain would be overanalyzing every little thing that my partner did or said and trying to draw some sort of similarity so that I wouldn't end up in the same situation and get hurt again. And I just felt so anxious, and it was really hard for me to just be present with the now, with the new current reality and the new relationship. Other past experiences that can cause a lot of anxiety in our current relationships is family trauma. So my parents were divorced, and there was a lot of divorce just in my family in general. And so that caused a lot of anxiety in my current relationship, because there was just so much pain around that for me that I didn't want to experience that pain again. So there was this part of me that was withdrawn and didn't let myself be fully invested in the relationship because, well, what if I get hurt again? Or what if what if we get married and we have a terrible marriage and then we end in divorce? So we have all of these past fears and experiences that are putting this lens on our current relationship and causing us to be so anxious about our current relationship. And for me, again, that would look like overanalyzing things that my partner did and said, and constantly questioning and obsessing about, is this right? Is this wrong? Am I going to get hurt? Is he the one? Are we too different? Does that mean that we can't work? So constantly questioning and obsessing. And it wasn't just that I would have these questions, it was that there was this fear response in my body. My body would shake. I would feel nauseous. And it wasn't like, oh, the thought came in and I felt a little anxious and it passed. This would go on for days and sometimes a week or more at a time. There was just so much anxiety around these past beliefs and messages I was given about relationships and my past experiences about relationships. So if you're listening to this and you're like, oh wow, I relate, and you feel like your past beliefs and your past experiences are causing a lot of anxiety in your current relationship, I first want to let you know that it's totally normal, and it's really just a misguided way of your brain trying to protect you. And the thing is maybe we've tried to just change our beliefs, or maybe you've tried to just talk about your past experiences, but that is only going to get us so far. That only keeps us on the surface of cognitive thought. When anxiety is a nervous system response, it's a survival response. It sends us physiologically into fight or flight. So we must address the relationship anxiety at the level of the body. We must rewire the nervous system from being in a fight or flight state around our partner to feeling safe and present and calm and connected so that we can experience love and passion and connection. Because it's really, really hard to do that when we are in that fight or flight and anxious state. We actually can't. We can't feel safe and connected when we are constantly in fight or flight. So if this is you and you're really resonating with what I'm saying and you're wondering how to get out of this awful, just really uncomfortable pattern of anxiety in your relationship, and you want to be able to just enjoy your relationship and feel those feelings of love for your partner that you know are there, and then I invite you to send me a message to schedule a free and obligation-free 30-minute relationship review. We will talk about how to release the anxiety and rewire your nervous system, to release it from your body so that you stop having anxious thoughts, which lead to sabotaging your relationship. And you'll also learn how to trust yourself and stop second guessing every little thing in your relationship. So you'll gain serious clarity, serious wisdom and value, and maybe a different perspective of your relationship and your relationship anxiety. And it's completely free, obligation free. So send me a message and we will schedule that. I can't wait to chat.